Hello, my name's Aidan McGivern, Marine Forecaster at the Met Office, and I'm here to give you a quick overview of the expected weather conditions during the coming week for your area of operations in the Gulf of Guinea. Now, at the moment, we're expecting light to moderate southwesterly winds to dominate your weather during the next few days. There remains an ongoing risk of some squally thunderstorms, which we'll of course keep an eye on, but into the coming week, a longer period swell is hinted at in some of the computer models, so we will keep you updated as the week goes on with the developments to do with that. Earlier on today, a quick look at the satellite picture shows a cluster of thunderstorms developing over parts of inland West Africa. Zooming in a little bit closer to your area of operations, off the coast of Nigeria we've already got some thunderstorms starting to develop, and these will move a little bit further out into the Gulf of Guinea and develop a bit more extensively as the day goes on, so something to bear in mind. But otherwise the weather remains relatively quiet. We've got a large area of high pressure situated mid to South Atlantic at the moment, blocking any significant swell activity from the South Atlantic, and that's bringing southwesterly winds around about 12 to 15 knots at deck level, with gusts of around about 20 knots. But during the coming few days, into tomorrow and then into the latter stages of this week, we'll see that high pressure drift a little bit further south and decline somewhat, and with that we'll see those winds start to ease at deck level. So by the end of the week we'll see winds back down to around about 10 to 12 knots, with gusts of around about 15 knots. And that high pressure, as it sinks south, will let some low pressure systems from the south start to spread a bit further north. And with that, we do expect to see some more long period swell arrive by the end of next week. Significant wave heights at the moment are in the range of about 1 to 1.5 metres. The highest waves are down towards the south, and these waves are around about 3 metres, but during the coming days we'll see those waves start to decline further and the highest waves start to move further out to sea. So by the end of the week we'll see waves of around about 0.8 to 1 metres for your area of operations off the Gulf of Guinea, and this can be shown quite clearly on our chart here. This is for your area. We've got waves of around about 1.5 metres at the moment, error bars indicating potential for up to 2 metres, but during the coming days into Thursday, Friday and Saturday, we'll see those waves back down to around about 0.8 metres, and they stay around that level until mid next week, when we start to see those waves increase again. But once again, we've got those error bars indicating a range of values from around about 3 to 4 metres, and some of the computer models showing in excess of 4 metres. So I think there's a 20% chance that we'll see some really high seas by the end of next week. For the time being though, mean wave periods around about 8 to 9 seconds, and by the end of next week those wave periods increase a little bit up to around 10 to 12 seconds. Swell at the moment is about 1 metre, and it remains that way throughout this week, but by the end of the week I think there are some signs that it starts to increase, and the period also increasing to around about 10 seconds by the end of the week. Sea temperatures at the moment are around about 28 degrees, and that's what's providing the focus for those storms in the Gulf of Guinea. During the coming month, we'll see those seas start to cool off as we reach the end of our squally thunderstorm season. The monsoon, West African monsoon, providing a focus by July for those thunderstorms across inland parts of Ghana and Nigeria. Cooler seas helping to ease the thunderstorms off the Gulf of Guinea. So, to summarise, we have got high confidence for light to moderate southwesterly winds during the coming week. Risk of squally thunderstorms at any time, bringing gusts in excess of 35 knots. However, longer period swell is expected throughout next week as those low pressure systems start to introduce higher seas in the South Atlantic. We'll of course keep you updated on all these developments from the Met Office as they happen.